What is up, Eastern Oregon? This is Dodgy, and this is your sports show for Friday, October 28, 2022. Big weekend for EOU soccer, both men and women. The men, they need to win both games this weekend to get into the Cascade Collegiate Conference tournament. So get up there and support these guys. The women play at 4 today and 4 tomorrow up there at Community Stadium. The men play at 6:30 and 6:30. Women, it's senior night tonight. So go support these ladies, man. They put a lot of time and effort into a great soccer program up there at EOU. The men will celebrate their seniors tomorrow at 6:30. They got to get both of these this weekend, so let's get up there and support them. This is all brought to you by Buffalo Peak Golf Course. Head through Union, go through town. There's a big blue sign on the right-hand side. Take a left, go up the hill, and you will see an immaculate 18-hole link-style course that Dana and his team have done wonders with. The pro shop looks great. He showed me a picture the other day of the pro shop when he took over and what it looks like now. Wow. Buffalo Peak Golf Course. Meet me at the peak. I got 3 guests today. They're all men's soccer players. I'm going to put all 3 of them in the same show. They're all seniors. My first guest, he's a senior defender. He's AJ Waters. Here it is. AJ, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Awesome. So I guess we'll start it off the way we started off with everybody. How'd you end up at EOU?
So originally I'm from Denver, Colorado, and I was playing at a D3 school, Johnson and Wales, and my school actually shut down because of COVID. And so I went to an ID camp, and this was about 2-3 weeks before soccer season started. And at this ID camp, Jesse Watson, he offered me a spot on the team, and I took the first shot I could.
So this was before the 2021 season?
Yes.
What position you play?
I play center back.
Center back. So that's like in the very middle,
Yep.
The defensive guy in the middle.
Yes. Yeah.
When you were in high school, you went to high school in Denver?
I did.
Did you play any other sports?
I ran track and cross country.
And soccer.
And soccer, yep.
You look like you should be playing football. I tell you this all the time. Like you have the build of like a running back, dude.
Right. I tried to, actually. My dad wouldn't let me.
Oh, really? He was like,
Yeah,
he was one of those, like, you're too pretty to play football. We can't
Right.
get you hurt. So how did you get into fitness? That's another question. Like, where'd that come about? Because when this dude has his shirt off, he looks like Hercules for people that haven't seen him before.
So actually, it was my junior year of high school. I was just taking classes to fill in some credits, and one of those classes was athletic weights. And I was a skinny kid. I was about 130 pounds my junior year. So I was just working out with like a bunch of friends just for fun. And one day my mom took me to the gym to work out with her, and I saw myself in the mirror, and I was like all toned and everything. And then I started wearing like cutoff shirts to school, trying to show off like my new muscle. And I started getting compliments from all my friends and teammates. And I was like, I kind of like this. So I started taking it up.
And got serious about it,
Yep.
obviously.
Yep.
So after, what are you going to college for? What's your degree?
Business admin.
So you already have a degree, right? You're a grad student.
No.
Oh, you're going to graduate here in the spring.
Yes.
And then what? What's the next step?
I actually want to open up my own gym. Seeing if I could do that, or right now I'm a personal trainer. I might keep on doing that. And like my end goal for that too is like I eventually want to train celebrities or top tier athletes, getting people ready for their movie roles and stuff like that.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
You could be like, oh, you see Sylvester Stallone? I trained him.
Right, exactly.
What outside of that? Like what so your business degree, so that involves, that carries into opening up your own gym. What about maybe coaching? Any aspiration there?
Like a soccer team or something like that? Yeah. Probably not. Probably I'll stick to no. I mean, if I do continue the personal training, like a athlete comes in, then I'll do a little bit of that, train them on the field and in the weight room. And
where do you want to go when school's out? Back home?
Yeah, back home, back to Denver.
Back to Denver. You like it there?
I do. Yep.
It's cold, man. Well, I guess it's cold here too, but so as far as soccer goes this year, what are your goals to finish out this season? We have only 2 games left, senior day.
Mhm.
We have a chance at making the playoffs. Like, this is it for you. This is the last hurrah. What do you want this weekend?
Of course, I want to make it to playoffs. So my goal for these 2 games is to have a shutout in both games. Have a good senior day. Maybe get a couple big hits in there.
Yeah. See, I love to hear that in the soccer world. You know that's my thing. I mean, it's weird because you know, if you're on the outside of the soccer world, you look at soccer as kind of, you know, like, oh, these guys don't want to. But once you start paying attention, like, oh yeah, these guys want to hit. There's no doubt about that. They want to play. Do you prefer pineapple on your pizza?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Ew. Oh, what's your favorite food? Like, if I said, AJ, I'm gonna take you wherever you want, you can order whatever you want. What are you ordering?
I'd have to get a steak.
What kind?
I like sirloins.
You do?
Yep.
You don't want a big old fat like ribeye with all the fat on it and all that?
I mean, those are good, but sirloins are just so tender to me.
Yeah.
I eat like 4 of them and be good.
So if you had to choose one or the other, where would you rather be? On a beach or on a tropical beach, or at a pool, like at a really nice pool party?
Definitely on a pool party though.
Yeah, like, you know, like in Vegas, you know, one of those pools, you know, where it's nice and, you know.
Yeah. Probably. I'll say the beach. I'll say the beach. It was a tough
tropical beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking the beach too.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, when you walk away from EOU, what's your your greatest soccer memory? Like, what are you going to remember the most?
My best memory probably is when we went to California as a team. Yeah, me and some of my teammates, we went to Hollywood, explored that a little bit.
I think I saw a bunch of those pictures.
Yep. Yeah, I drove around a little bit. Saw where some of Jesse's family was from, and all that. Yeah, it was all pretty cool.
Yeah, the California trip always has to be fun. I mean, it's nice weather, you know.
Oh yeah,
among other things in California. So with this soccer team this year, you guys are pretty close. I mean, there's a pretty good camaraderie on this team. Talk about that a little bit.
Actually, I think this is probably the closest the team has ever been. You know, I always see guys hanging out with each other. Actually, a lot of times guys will just show up at my house, just all hanging out, getting their haircuts by our teammates and stuff like that. Like, we're always together. I'd see people going bowling and out to eat at Denny's, and just wherever you find one teammate, there's bound to be like 3 or 4 more to follow.
Yeah, who cuts the hair on the team?
Jonas.
Yeah, I knew somebody was cutting hair, because remember that game I showed up and everybody had a fresh cut.
Yeah.
Like, oh, everybody on the same day, somebody's cutting hair on this team. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. Would you rather be in prison for 5 years or in a coma for 10?
Prison.
Yeah, me too. No
Yeah.
If you were in a coma for 10, you'd wake up and all your friends would have kids. They'd have jobs. You wouldn't know, you know. I'd much rather, I mean, I'd just have to tough it out. I don't think I'd do real well in prison, but then again, I don't want to sleep for 10 years.
Yeah, exactly. I think I could get pretty big in prison in 5 years.
You got your phone on you?
I do.
Pull it out. What is the last song that you listened to on your playlist?
Last song I listened to. Let's see. Let me pull up my Spotify. It was Mosh by Stevie Stone.
You know who Stevie Stone is?
Yeah.
That's my guy right there.
Really?
I've hung out with him. I've drank beers with Stevie Stone.
Oh, that's sick.
Back when I used to drink. Yeah. I'm not kidding. He's met my kids, my ex-wife. Yeah.
That's really, I wanted to go to one of his concerts, but I couldn't.
Yeah, man. Stevie Stone. Is he still signed on Tech's label or no?
I don't
think
so.
He is anymore. Yeah.
No.
But he was. That's where
he was. With Tech 9 and all them. Yeah.
Mayday.
Yep.
Yeah. Mayday's my group, man. That's my jam right there. I don't know if you ever heard of Mayday, but
no, I've never heard of him.
If you have a chance, check out Mayday. They're legit.
Okay.
So I guess we'll ask you one more question and we'll get you out of here. Same way I end every interview. I'm a senior in high school. I'm looking for a place to play soccer. Why should I come play soccer at EOU?
EOU's got a really nice community. All the students are friendly. I've never had any problems here. All the coaches are really nice. All the athletes, everybody just hangs out together. You'll see soccer with football, volleyball with baseball. Like everybody's part of one community. That's what I really like about it here.
Absolutely. There's a great culture at EOU Athletics. There's no doubt about it. Eastern Oregon. He's EOU senior soccer player, AJ Waters. I'm Dodzy. AJ, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, AJ. I appreciate you, man. Let's just keep it rolling. Let's go right into the next men's soccer senior. He's defender Jaymin Carroll. Here it is. Jaymin, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Excellent. The first question, how'd you end up at EOU?
So I was playing at a community college for 2 years, and it was kind of like an unexpected thing. I kind of thought I was done after playing there, and I was like, you know what? I might as well make a recruiting video, posted it on a couple websites, and I wasn't really expecting much to come of it, but I got a call from Jesse one night, and I was like, I'll keep playing. I got another 2 or 3 years in me, so.
One thing led to another, and you're at EOU?
Yep.
Are you a true senior? Like this is your real fourth year, or have there been COVID implications?
So this is my COVID year, so I'm a 5th year senior.
You're a 5th year senior?
Yeah.
What are you going to school for?
I'm doing biochemistry. So.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Right now I just kind of want to I want to get into pharmacology and toxicology school, and so kind of research and develop drugs.
Oh, you want to be a drug and researcher and developer?
Yeah.
It's a good job. It pays. Most of those firms will pay off your student loans too.
Yeah.
If you sign like a contract with a drug researcher or a drug developer, most of them will say, okay, if you stay working for us for 5 years, we'll pay off all your student loans.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
That'd be a good deal, right?
Definitely use that, especially after grad school.
Yeah. What position do you play in soccer?
So right now I've been playing as a forward, but I've kind of played everywhere here. I was recruited as a central to CDM, and then transferred to a center back, and got pushed up top to a forward. So,
what do you like to play? What's
honestly,
your preference?
I really like playing the forward. It's been my favorite spot so far.
Really? You like the glory?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah.
He said, well, yeah.
Yeah. It's just more fun. I feel like you get a little more freedom. I did really like playing the 6 at my other school. I don't know. I've always appreciated a good hard tackle. So.
Yeah. That's my favorite part. Screw the goals. I want to see some. I want to see some. Let's go.
It's always a good time. It's the best feeling when you get in a solid tackle. So.
Right. So as for soccer, in high school, was soccer the only sport you played, or did you play other sports?
I played soccer and basketball.
You're pretty tall. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Soccer your favorite sport though?
Yeah, definitely.
By far.
Yeah.
Could you dunk when you were in high school?
No.
You're pretty. Could you dunk now?
Yeah, I can dunk now, but
yeah, because you're pretty tall and athletic. I mean, I would hope you could dunk.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't as athletic in high school. So.
Were you tall though, or did you hit a growth spurt?
I was like, I had my growth spurt my sophomore year. So.
Oh, okay. So you were tall early on.
Yeah.
Do you like pineapple on pizza?
I do not.
What's your favorite food?
Probably buffalo wings.
Buffalo wings? What? So like with buffalo sauce?
Yeah, just like an original buffalo sauce. You can't go wrong with it.
I like the habanero. That habanero sauce. Like buffalo, the red sauce gives me heartburn, so I like the heat. So I'll go with the habanero for when it comes to wings. But wings are a lot of work for not a lot of reward, dude.
Oh, I don't know. I always think they taste good. So
they taste great, but it's like eating crab. Like
That's true.
You have to work a lot for not a lot. I mean, like you throw a big ass ribeye in front of me, I don't have to de-shell that, or I don't have to pick that off the bone, right?
That is true.
What's your guys' goals? I mean, you can make the playoffs with a couple things happen this weekend. You can make the CCC tournament. What's your goals moving forward for the rest of the season?
I mean, obviously, with this is a big weekend for us. We have to win both games, so we're focused on that right now. But ultimately, our goal is, qualify for the tournament, win the tournament, make it to nationals. That's kind of where we're at right now.
On Saturday, Senior Day, you're going to walk out there and you're going to see that poster that they give all the seniors. What's going to be going through your head?
I don't know. It hasn't kind of really hit me yet that this is my last season, so I feel like there's probably all gonna hit at that moment. Is a lot of emotions going through. Is the end of the road for me, I guess, with college athletics at least. So,
what's your favorite memory?
Honestly, it's just been playing with everyone. Like every team I've been on, the team's been like amazing people. Like just such a joy to be around all the time. Everyone's always cracking jokes. We're always having a good time. So there's, I don't know, just the people here, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Never a dull moment.
Just good folks, right?
Yeah.
If you had to choose one or the other, would you rather go to prison for 5 years, or would you rather be in a coma for 10?
Probably prison for 5.
Me too. Easy.
I feel like, it's just, I feel like I'd miss too much after 10 years in a coma. It's hard to adapt back to everything.
You'd wake up and your friends would have kids that are like 8 years old.
Yeah.
It would be really weird.
That is crazy.
Really weird. If you had to choose a superhero, what superhero would you be?
Shoot, that's a hard one. Probably the Flash. I've always wanted to be fast, so
you'd just be
just zooming around.
The Flash. Huh? What about a superpower? If you could have any superpower.
Oh, gosh. Maybe probably flying, I guess.
Flying?
Just, yeah. I used to want to be a pilot at one point in my life. I've always loved planes and stuff, so I guess flying.
Nice. So who's your hero?
Probably my dad.
Why?
It's just he's always been a rock for me and my family. He's always just kind of like understood everything that we've gone through. He's always been there, supported us in any way that he can.
So as a senior on this EOU men's soccer team, what are you telling if they brought a freshman in and said, "Hey, Jaymin, give this guy some advice"? What are you telling them?
I'd say the main thing is just be confident in yourself. Like if they're bringing you in to play, like just know you're here for a reason. They obviously saw something in you, and so I mean everyone's going to go through hard times in their athletic career. You might struggle with your confidence, but at the end of the day, like you're here for a reason. You know you can play. If you're playing college soccer, you know you can play. Just be confident in yourself, trust yourself to, do what you've done for the past 18 years of your life.
Yeah, absolutely. Eastern Oregon, he's EOU Men's Soccer Senior, Jaymin Carroll. Jaymin, I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Awesome job, Jaymin. Let's go this weekend. We got to get these dubs. Let's make the CCC tournament. My final guest for Men's Soccer Senior Weekend is none other than the dude that took the picture. He's one of my favorite pictures I've taken all year. He's senior Kellen Burke. Here it is. Kellen, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
All right, first question I ask everybody: how'd you end up at EOU?
So I played 2 years at a junior college, and I knew I wanted to keep playing. And I had been reaching out to schools, and then I reached out to EOU because I heard my buddy had him on your show as well as Hector. He had already signed, and I knew him. We were good friends, and so I was like, "Oh, it'd be fun to go there together." I emailed Coach Watson, and he gave me an offer.
Nice. So, what's your favorite thing about like Eastern Oregon outside of school, soccer? What do you like about living here?
It'd have to be the location. It's just I really like the outdoors and mountains, and all the lakes around here are really cool. So.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful here. I mean, you got a glacial lake an hour and 15 minutes away. You have the Eagle Caps. Yeah, it's stunning. It's a wonderful valley. Soccer, is that the only sport you played in high school, or did you play some other sports?
In high school, I wrestled, but I quit my sophomore year. Up until then, I wrestled as well.
Wrestle? You kind of look like a wrestler.
Yeah.
With soccer, what position you play?
So I play anywhere really. Left wing, striker, in the midfield. I can
just wherever you end up, huh?
Wherever.
That's one of the things about EOU, man. I never know where you guys are going to be playing.
Yeah.
You guys just move around. What's your favorite thing about soccer? Like, what do you love?
Oh, it'd have to be the teammates, just the friends you make.
Yeah, the camaraderie.
It's a brotherhood for sure.
When you walk out onto that field this Saturday, senior day, and you see that picture that they give you, what's going to be going through your head?
It'll be bittersweet. Yeah, it's been a long journey.
Yeah. Has it hit you yet?
A little bit. Yeah, coming down on my last few college games is.
Well, hopefully not your last few college games.
Yeah, as we go into playoffs and.
Yeah, we're gonna win these two this weekend and make the CCC tournament.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You're in graduate school right now?
So no, I'm still finishing up my.
Your undergrad. What are you going to school for?
Business administration.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
It's undecided. I really want to get into coaching. That's the main goal, and just doing whatever it takes on the side.
Yeah. What level do you want to coach? What age group?
Probably start out with youth and then work up, and I eventually want to coach like college or an academy.
Yeah, for sure, right? I mean, stay attached to the game that you love. If you had to choose one or the other, would you rather hang out like at a really nice pool, like say in Vegas, or like at a really nice beach, tropical?
I'd probably go to a tropical beach.
Yeah, definitely, right? Yeah. So as you know, we're going to talk about this real quick. One of my favorite pictures of the year is you so far. I've taken a lot of pictures, right? I mean, I've taken tons of EOU pictures. This one right here, though, one of my favorites. Talk about it.
It's that celebration came after I scored my game winner against Jamestown.
Yeah.
And the celebration was inspired by one of my favorite players' son. He plays for Tottenham Hotspurs in the Premier League, and that's one of his signature celebrations.
And you just thought about it and blasted it off. That's one of my favorite pictures this year, by far. I mean, because, like, I don't take pictures for money. I don't take it for fame. I do it for fun. I do it because it gives me a front row seat to every game, right?
Yeah.
And to get recognized by a player, you know what I mean? Like, that's a good feeling. Like, and it's probably my favorite picture so far this year, no doubt. That was at home against Jamestown. They were a rowdy, that was a big game for us. That was a good team that we beat that day.
Yeah, that was a good win. Felt good, and team really came together that game.
Do you like pineapple on pizza?
Yes, I do actually.
You do? Oh man, you're one of those guys.
Only with ham and pineapple. Anything else though, no.
Yeah, some people will put like pepperoni and pineapple, weird stuff.
Nah,
man. What's your favorite food?
Favorite food is probably like a chicken manicotti.
Chicken manicotti?
Yeah.
Who makes that? Mom, dad, somebody in the family?
Yeah. Grandma.
Grandma makes the chicken manicottis, huh? That sounds really good. I mean, I haven't had a lot of manicotti, but That sounds really good. If you had to choose one or the other, would you be in a coma for 10 years or in prison for 5?
Well, I don't know. That's tough. Prison for 5, I think.
Me too. Yeah, I wouldn't want to miss a whole 10 years of
Yeah.
my kids, my family, my friends. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Although 5 years in prison would be tough, man.
Yeah, it's probably tougher than I even would imagine.
Yeah, you come out all thugged out, right? Like some prison tats. You'd know how to make a hooch in the toilet.
Yeah.
What are your goals for the rest of this year? We talked about it a little bit, but like what's Kellen Burke want to accomplish in these last 2 games and possibly the CCC tournament?
Yeah. So I'm coming off a little bit of an ankle injury, and so my main goal is to get healthy, to be as much part of the team as I can, and to help us go as far as we can in the playoffs and further if that's in the cards for us. And yeah, I fully believe that after this weekend we'll make it through playoffs and we'll have a good run, and I want to be a part of that as much as possible.
Right. Do you plan on like sticking around here, or are you going back home when you graduate?
So as of now, I'm planning on going back home to Utah and trying to maybe do some work and get into some. I have a few connections with some of the youth programs down there. Yeah.
Nice, very nice. If you had to choose one or the other, would you rather be able to not hear or be able to not see?
Not here, I think.
You're giving up music.
Yeah, I think
It's
I
a
give
tough
up
one.
Music to still be able to see.
Yeah, it's both of them are super important. Like, I don't know, I love music, so it would be really hard. That would be a really hard choice for me. I don't know. That's the one. I don't have to answer it. I'm not the one getting interviewed. So superhero. If you could be a superhero, what superhero would you be?
Thor, I think. Thor's my
Thor, you want to
favorite.
drop the hammer?
Yeah.
Nice. What about your hero? Who's your hero?
Probably my dad. Yeah,
Why?
he's helped me. He paid for all of my soccer coming here. He helps pay for my school. He's always supporting me and helping me like accomplish my dreams. And
Does he come to games here?
yeah, he comes to most.
Is he the loud one?
Yeah, he's pretty loud up in the
I know who he is. I know who your dad is.
Yeah.
He is. He's the loudest dude up there.
Yeah.
That's your dad, isn't it? Oh, it's so awesome, dude. I love it. We have a guy. A guy that doesn't even have kids that play at LeGrand for the football team. He's the Parks and Recs guy. And dude, this guy, he reminds me of your dad. He's just so passionate and so just it's so beautiful to me because like one of the things growing up for me is my mom was that. My mom was the loudest person in the stands, and I could tune everybody out but her.
Yeah.
I could not tune mom out, right? You probably have the same thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
hear
recognize
everything
their
he
voice
says.
immediately.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. I thought that was your dad. I didn't know for sure, but that's awesome, dude. So this is the end of the soccer career for you, or I mean, obviously going on, you'll coach. What would you tell say freshman that was coming into EOU to play soccer? Like what kind of advice would you give them?
You just work hard and stay positive. There's rough patches and it happens to everyone, and to get through it, you just have to stay positive, and you come through it and staying positive, you're going to be even better going forward.
Absolutely. Yeah. Who do you like to emulate on the soccer field? Like who's your dude?
Favorite player has to be Messi, but I think play style, who I think I try to play like, is Antoine Griezmann from Atletico Madrid. He's a Frenchman.
Yeah, that's your guy.
Yeah.
With this team now, give me your biggest challenge of the year. Like what was the biggest challenge for you personally?
Right now it's been the ankle injury. it's just come at a rough time, and I missed out last weekend in two big wins, and haven't been just barely starting to get back into training. And
Are you back for this weekend? Where are you at?
so still kind of up in the air.
Yeah.
Kind of been feeling it out at training, see how it feels, and just kind of going from there.
Well, man, I hope you get a play for senior weekend. That's a big deal, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Eastern Oregon. He's EOU Soccer senior. Kellen Burke. I'm Dodsey. Kellen, I appreciate you.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks, Kellen. I appreciate you. Then I'll have all the senior women that haven't been on my show before on the show on Monday for you guys to meet, and we'll pay tribute to these seniors. The women's team will make the CCC tournament tonight. Pendleton and Baker live streamed high school football right here. One of the cool things that happened this week, actually last night, was my son's football team. He plays for Dallas over on the west side. They're a 5A team. They beat Crescent Valley 79-71. Dallas scored the most points in 5A history in that game last night, and the 10th highest 11-man football score ever in the state of Oregon. Well, the cool thing about it is my son, he's an offensive lineman, and he's pretty good. And the newspaper and the media guy over there interviewed him. It's an awesome honor for my boy Kyron, and I'm so proud of him. None of this is possible without Buffalo Peak, though. The proof's in the pudding. Go check it out. I mean, the weather's starting to get bad, but they still have the beautiful pro shop, and you can still get some golf in. There's golf in the fall. As long as there's not snow on the ground, you can tough it out. Buffalo Peak Golf Course, meet me at the Peak. Eastern Oregon, that's all I got for you on a Friday. Thank God it's Friday. I appreciate you. I'm Dodsey, and I'm out.